welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Faith. Thank you so much for being here. Today I am continuing my baby names series, and we're doing spring-inspired baby names. And you might be wondering, Faith, it's only November, why are we doing spring baby names? But I thought it would be a good idea because if you've recently found out you're pregnant, you're probably due in the springtime. So if you're looking for names, this is the video for you. If you are new here, I am currently 27 and a half weeks pregnant with baby number 2. I have one daughter, her name is Summer, she's 2.5, and we will be having this baby in February. We still aren't sold on names, so it's freaking me out a little bit, but I figured I would share with you some of my favorite spring baby names. I recently made a winter baby names video and a fall inspired baby names video. So if you're due earlier, check those out. I'll link them down below in my description bar, but let's hop right on into the video. Okay, so just like in my last 2 videos, I have 5 girl names and 5 boy names that are spring inspired. I'm gonna start with girls this time. The first name, I love this name, and it's actually really funny because this was a name sort of on my list, and we recently moved, and Summer and I met another family in the area, and their daughter is named this. I ended up deciding that we weren't gonna use it anyways, but I just found it really interesting that we met someone with this name because I think it's pretty unique. And the name is Willow. Willow trees bloom in the spring, so that's kind of why I felt like it was a spring appropriate name. It's not a name you can only use in the spring, but I think it made the most sense for this spring baby names video. I think the name Willow is really pretty and unique, and I don't know, I just really like how it sounds. The next name is definitely one that for the most part I think you'd only use in the spring, and specifically in one of the months because it's a month name. The name is April. All of the spring months are names: April, May, June. But of all of the months, my favorite is April. And that's not because that's when my birthday is. I just think the name April is really pretty. So I wanted to add it into this list. If you are due in April, I think that that's a really great baby girl name to consider. The next name I really love, it's a little bit out there. I don't know, I think it's beautiful. I generally like unique names, but names that are also traditionally known as names, and this one's definitely a little bit more out there, but the name is Meadow. It reminds me of Willow. If you watch The Sopranos, you know that the daughter's name is Meadow. So I don't know, I think that's probably where I heard it first, but yeah, I think it's just such a pretty name, and it's very spring appropriate. When I think of spring, I think of grassy meadows. So that's why I added it into this list, and I think it's very beautiful. It's just definitely a pretty unique name. I've never known anybody named Meadow except for the girl on The Sopranos. Okay, this next name I love, and I first heard it when I was little, and it was the name of an American Girl doll. The name is Felicity. Leave me a comment down below if you also loved American Girl doll stuff and you remember the Felicity doll. Felicity means luck, good fortune, spring renewal, so that's why I added it into this category of spring names, but it's definitely one that you could do any time of year. Since my name is Faith, I thought it would be cool to name a daughter with some sort of name that started with F. It's really hard to come up with names that start with F for girls, and I just think the name Felicity is really unique, kind of old-timey vintage. It just reminds me of my youth with the American Girl doll. I can't remember the era she was from, the Felicity doll, but I always thought she was the cutest doll. I don't think I ended up ever getting her though. I think I did one of the American Girl dolls where you custom design it yourself. I've been trying to come up with what would be good nicknames for Felicity because it is kind of a long name. So if you have any, leave them down below in the comments. I don't think my husband is sold on it, so it probably won't be one that we consider, but I wanted to add it into this list. And then the last girl name I have for these spring baby names is Isla, and you can spell it 2 ways. AYLA or ISLA. And the ISLA means island, I believe. Yes. And the AYLA means oak tree. And oak trees bloom in the spring. So that's why I included it in this category. I just think it's a really beautiful name. It's pretty unique. There's that actress, Isla. She's so beautiful. I think that's where I maybe first heard the name. Let me know down below which spelling you prefer, the AYLA or ISLA. I really am torn on which one I like better. Okay, now before we get into the 5 baby boy names, I do want to thank today's sponsor, which is Mom Cozy. Mom Cozy is a brand that I am new to, but I have quickly become obsessed with. I have a pair of their maternity leggings. They're so comfortable. They're the most comfortable over the belly leggings I've ever tried. I used to have a Target pair and I thought I just hated over the belly leggings. I would always get like the low cut ones, but these ones are so comfortable. I also have a stroller accessories bag you can put on the back of your stroller, which is really nice. But today what I'm specifically going to be talking about is their pregnancy pillow. And I think it was in my first trimester update video, I talked about how I hadn't been using my pregnancy pillow yet, even though last time with my daughter, I had already started using it. And I honestly think it's just because the pregnancy pillow I have isn't that good. It's a very, very popular one off of Amazon. So many people I know have gotten it. It's not very plush, and there's a part of it where you can zip it off, but it's just like a thin piece of fabric. And the problem I encountered with it is it would always get like wrapped up and twisted, and it would just be a pain in the butt. This one from Mom Cozy is so plush. It has like a velvet fabric. It also is just one color. It's not printed, which I like because I kind of like just minimal patterns. Like I don't really like a lot of pattern. It doesn't have any like thin fabric parts, so it never gets twisted or anything like that. And it's definitely just more plush. Besides just using it to sleep at night and get comfortable, I also used to use my pregnancy pillow when I was nursing. And that's just because I had the boppy, but I'm pretty tall and I have a small chest. So I really have to have the baby like up high, and the boppy was never thick enough. So I would always use my pregnancy pillow. But again, the one I had was just sort of like, I don't know, it would get twisted. It's flimsy. I'm so excited to try and use this one for breastfeeding as well. I think it's going to be much better. I think we're about to have a special guest. Hi. How you doing? You gotta go poopy? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Funny story, when I first got it in the mail, my husband opened it up for me and he kind of just like put it on the ground in sort of a donut shape, and our dog went right to it and got cozy and fell asleep. So it's dog approved. I'm pretty sure my daughter got snuggled up in there as well. I also have a discount code from them. I will leave it down below in the description bar along with where you can purchase it if you are looking for a pregnancy pillow. Again, I love the velvet fabric. It's so cozy, especially if you are pregnant in the fall and winter like me. It's just so nice and cozy. So I hope you check them out. I think they're a great brand. Again, all that information will be linked down below. Okay, now getting into the 5 baby boy spring names. I love these names. So the first one I have is Heath. And Heath means untended land where flowering shrubs grow. So it was perfect for my spring list, but I just love this name. I think it's very unique. It's very manly. Let me know what you guys think of it, but I really like it. The next one is Lane. And Lane means pathway from a meadow. Again, perfect for springtime. And I think it's a really nice manly name. It's also short, simple, nice name. The third boy name I have is definitely a more popular one, or at least it was 5 or 6 years ago. I'm not sure how popular it is now, but I know I saw a lot of baby boys being named this, and the name is Owen, and it means lamb. And you know, the saying with spring is in like a lion, out like a lamb. So I think it's a perfect spring name, and it's also just such a sweet name and nice and simple, and I just really like it. Okay, the next name is one that I really like, but I can't use because I can only think of one person when I think of this. You know how that is? If you maybe know someone in your life who has the name, or just like on TV, you can't think of anything else. And this was actually someone that was on The Bachelor. His name is Wells. If you watch The Bachelor, I'm sure you know who he is. He also was the bartender, or is, I'm not sure if he still is, on Bachelor in Paradise. He's engaged to Sarah something from Modern Family. I think he's great. He's hilarious. I always loved watching him. But I can't use the name because I can only think of him. But I love the name Wells. And if you don't watch The Bachelor, maybe you can use it. It means spring or stream. So that's why I have it in this category. And I think it's just such a nice, simple name, very unique. Last baby boy name I have is Wesley. And I've liked this name for a long time. I've heard of a few Wesleys, mostly because the church I go to is called the Wesleyan Church. It's just a Christian denomination. It doesn't really mean too much. There's a lot of different denominations of Christian churches. If you're not familiar with it, there's subtle differences between them, but it's just a Christian church that follows the Bible. And this particular one was founded by someone named John Wesley. So I think it's a little bit more common in that circle. It actually means West Meadow, which is why I have it in this category. You can obviously do Wes for short. And I really like the name. I think it's manly, it's simple, and it's pretty unique. That is it for all of these spring baby names. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you think of any other spring inspired baby names, please leave them down below in the comments so that we can check it out and hopefully gather some more inspiration for our spring babies. If you are pregnant and are having a spring baby, leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video though. If you did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. And subscribe if you would like to. I do a lot of different mom content, toddler content, baby products, lifestyle, also like home stuff. We're currently renovating our house, so I'm going to be doing a lot of different home renovation stuff. So if you like any of that, make sure you're subscribed. But other than that, I love you all so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.